Hi everybody, welcome to Source Inspired Speaking. I'm so excited you're here because this is a message that we all need to hear. With everything going on in this world, we need to understand that something beautiful is taking place and that in the end we really have nothing to fear. This is a chance for growth, for becoming something better, for stepping into the life that we truly wish. So please sit back, remove yourself from any distractions, listen to these words, and I'll check back in with you after the message. Hello. Thank you for joining us here today. Today we wish to speak to you about what is happening on your world. I help you understand what many of you are feeling. You see, many of you are experiencing some levels of fear right now. And fear, the people like to say it is the opposite of love. It is not. It is another tool through which you in the physical world use to create change in your lives. You see, fear can affect you negatively, of course. It can lower your immune system. It can make you less likely to go out and do things that might benefit you. It can, for some people, keep them isolated in ways that are unhealthy. But fear also can do many positive things. It can push you forward to create a big change in your life. It can move you out of a place that you've been hiding, force you to go somewhere else for survival. It can help you to innovate and overcome. And we want you to understand that this is what is happening across your world. Systems that have been stagnant for a long time are suddenly innovating in ways that they wouldn't have before. People are opening up. People are starting to see things they didn't see before. People are separating from the distractions across your planet, and in doing so, are finding parts of themselves that they didn't know existed. Some are dealing with the darkness they've had inside. Others are understanding that they've been living life primarily off of others without realizing what they need to do to survive on their own. Some people are realizing that there's opportunity to create massive change. And you are seeing a massive change across the whole world. Your global structure will be different after this. And this is a necessary part of what you've been calling forth. You see, consciousness on your planet has been calling forth for change for a while. But how do you create change on a global scale? You create a global event. This is created through consciousness, through God. It is not separate. Again, this is not something being done to you. It's being done through you and for you. And yes, some people will die, but you have to understand that death is just a transition. Nothing's truly ending. The people that you love don't cease to exist upon death. When you understand this, you realize that fear that immobilizes you, that fear that makes you weaker, doesn't need to exist. When you understand that the worst thing that happens is that you leave this vibration and go to a place that's beautiful and loving and warm, that envelops you, that shows you things about your life that you didn't know before, and then helps you to expand and grow and become more than you were before. When you realize that this is what happens, you don't fear death. And suddenly you start to see what's happening across the world and say, wow, there is powerful change happening here. Systems that have been in place for a long time are suddenly falling, and they're going to make way for something better that suits the people, that suits what you've been calling forth, asking for all these years. This is not something to be so fearful of. It's something to embrace. Take this time to get to really know your family better, to get to know yourself better, to look inside, to see what do you really need for your survival, and not just survival on a physical level, but on a spiritual level, on an emotional level. This is your chance to go inside and reflect who you wish to be in this new world that's being created. It's being created not by outside forces, but through the consciousness, through what you've been asking for as a human species, as a planet. This is happening because of you, not to you. And there's a beautiful ending that comes out on the other side. And this is your chance to figure out where you fit into that, who you wish to be, what you wish to explore. Do you wish to become a leader after this that steps forth and shows people the way in this new vision that you're creating together? So we hope this helps you. We hope you understand that something beautiful is taking place if you can look past that fear of survival and understand that even people that cross over, people that die from this epidemic or from other circumstances at this time, are going to be present, guiding some of you through this process of change. Some of the people that are dying realize that either they've completed what they needed on this planet now, or they can help the shift in a greater way from the other side. And both of those are beautiful. Don't fear death. Don't fear what is coming. Embrace the opportunity given to you now to look within without the distractions, to see what amazing things you have in your life, and then embrace the change as it comes forward without fear, but seeing everything come into the light. We thank you all for joining us, and we love you always. So I think that's a very powerful, important message that we all need to hear right now, is that once you remove the fear of dying, the fear of death, what do we have to fear right now? We can see that systems are changing. There's innovation going across through healthcare and education, things that we probably should have had a long time ago, but that we've been slow on to adopt. There's different things happening behind the scenes in political structures and governments across the world. There's a lot of good that's going to come from this. We just have to embrace what is. Stop fighting against the things that we feel we can't control, and just allow this to wash over you in a wave. Embrace the opportunity to spend some time alone or spend some time with your family, to really look within and see who you wish to be. Who do you want to be? This is your chance to reinvent yourself right now. As the world is reinventing itself around you, you have the choice to change too. Step out of that fear. Realize everything works out in the end. Everything is happening through God. This virus that's spreading can't happen outside of God. It can't happen unless consciousness created it on a planetary level. When you realize that, the fear starts to dissipate. It slips away, and you realize that something beautiful is being formed right now. So with that, everyone, thanks for watching. If you like what you heard, please subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of all your upcoming messages. If you could love that like button for me, it really helps me out. And let people know. If people will benefit from this message, share it with them. If people can't sit through a message like this, then summarize it and get the information out there, because I think if people hear this and realize what's happening, everything shifts for them. So with that, thanks everybody. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.